Hello, and welcome to our YouTube video. Today we'll be talking about the different states of matter and their particles. The three states are solid, liquid, and gas.
First, we're going to be talking about liquid. The particles of a liquid are close enough together to slide past each other. They are moving and can change shape easily as they are not held in a fixed shape. As long as the liquids are the same, the particles are attracted to each other and held together by weaker forces than solids, but stronger than gases. One example of this is water and oil. Because they aren't the same liquid, they are not attracted to each other. But a drop of water will be attracted to another drop of water, because they are the same liquid. You can also easily see this in space, because there is no gravity. The water is free to move.
Now let's talk about solids. The particles of a solid are closely packed together, only slightly vibrating. Technically, the atoms never touch each other, but move back and forth as they are attracted to one another. When a solid is in a container, it does not change its shape, but keeps its usual form as opposed to liquids. An example of this is if you were to put a pencil into a glass, it would not change shape.
Lastly, we are going to be talking about gases. The particles of a gas are hardly attracted to each other and constantly freely moving. They are always moving in a straight line unless obstructed by other particles and gases, including each other. Gases are never a definite shape and can only be contained when in a container with no exit. The particles' path is always random, and the force holding them together is very, very weak, with almost no force at all. An example of this is carbon dioxide. When you breathe it out, it spreads, filling wherever you are.
We're going to be talking about something important. How does matter change state? The main two ways are heat energy or kinetic energy. Substances change state of matter when kinetic energy or heat energy, also known as thermal energy, is applied. According to science, kinetic energy is the energy an object has due to its motion. Heat energy is when energy is transferred between systems, changing its temperature and ultimately producing or removing heat.
Here is an example of how you could change matter between its states. The easiest and most well-known example of this is water. Let's say that it's a hot day and you're feeling like something cold, but the only thing you have is liquid water. How can you change this? By applying heat energy, you can lower the temperature in something like a freezer. As the particles are cooled, energy is removed and the particles become less active, which causes bonding forces to solidify the liquid. Now you have a frozen chunk of water, commonly known as ice.
Let's be realistic. Auckland weather is not very predictable, and suddenly you find it very cold outside. You have another glass of water and you want to use it to make some hot Milo. You turn on the stove and pour in the water, but forget all about it. When you come back to the stove, you find there is seemingly nothing in the pot. When heat energy is applied to matter, the particles gain energy and start to move more and more until they break free from the water's surface and become a gas. This can be easily done with a stove or heating device, and you'll find that your water has evaporated into water vapor.
In conclusion, the states of matter can be easily changed. To go back and forth between solid and liquid, you will need to melt or freeze your substance. To go between liquid and gas, you will need to evaporate or condensate your substance. And to go between solid and gas, you will need to subliminate or depose your substance.
Thanks for watching our video all about states of matter.